I think the more I play the game, the clearer my path becomes. Like I know exactly what actions I probably need to take from now on, because I know exactly what I have to offer other people. Um, like I've learned so much recently, and I think the funny thing is like in order for me to actually be useful in this capacity, I have to practically manifest destiny. So what I mean by that is um, what I've learned is sort of these frameworks around what it means to accomplish things, what it means to accomplish goals, which is just nothing more than embodying the identity that would decrease the friction towards your goal as much as possible. That's making the goal accomplishment effortless. Um, that's basically what, like, how to accomplish goals. It's never about the goal itself. It's just about the identity, the person that you have to become, but also just about business and automation. How to, you know, basically get rid of anything that can hold you back in business. Make sure that your data is standardized. Make sure that all your systems are well connected and everything just flows perfectly. And I can't help but like recognize these different parallels between the two. And that's actually something that's sort of leading me down a really interesting pathway. I can't help but see just how I can fit in here because I don't think anyone is really talking about this type of thing. Um, it's like there's going to be a need for people like me, even in this new age where AI is really that good that it can probably like help you figure out most things yourself. But at the end of the day, people still are going to be buying from people. They're going to need people like me to help them figure things out. And that's exactly what I would bring to the table. So the way I'm conceptualizing it is as follows, right? I'll basically be a consultant for people who to not like who or someone who's going to not only teach people how to implement AI and how to basically become an orchestrator of AI in their business, but also to educate people on how they can better sort of align themselves towards becoming the type of people who can actually bring success to their businesses. I think these two perspectives are actually one perspective because at the end of the day, both things are systems, right? Uh, this system is your identity, and this system, you could think of your business as another identity at the end of the day, right? Um, and identity is nothing more than action multiplied by intention to the power of willpower and environment. So, like, there's there's so many parallels between these two things. Like, okay, if we stop thinking about it in terms of like this human identity and we start thinking about it in terms of business identity, then you start realizing what I mean. So, if you're a business, then you probably have the intention to make revenue. That is your intention. But if you're not taking the proper actions that will get you there, then you won't have the identity of the business, right? Like your business will fail. At the same time, if say your environment is not working against you, so if you're targeting a certain type of people, but those people are too far and you can't reach them, or those people just like don't see the value in whatever you have to offer, or they just can't like they generally can't see you because you don't exist online, then that's obviously going to dampen your identity as a business as well. Um, and if your people, or if you, or anyone that you're orchestrating in your business, if they don't believe in the mission, if there's no real vision in there, then that's also going to dampen the power, the identity of your business because people aren't going to put in as much effort, and that effort is not going to shine through in everything that you guys are working on. There's so many different parallels, right? Like it's like as much as yes, you have to have the identity of a business owner, of someone who's like orchestrating all these different systems inside your business, and that requires you to be a certain type of person. But here as well, like you have to understand that your business is a system in and of itself, and you could think of that as an identity. And you have to maintain the identity of the business the same way you have to maintain your own identity. And then both of them have to work together so that you actually make progress and you see results. So if that sounds crazy to you, then that's exactly the point. I feel like no one is actually thinking of things this way. No one's seeing these parallels. And I think this is exactly the point. Like everyone is valuable. Like your experiences in life have taught you so many things. And if you really look back and then you understand like all these things that you were learning, and then you're able to like formalize them, structure them in a way that other people might be able to appreciate or understand. You start realizing how other people might need you in their life. Like um, the only reason people don't know how necessary they are or how valuable they are is because they don't have enough people telling them. You just have to get yourself out there. Just get eyes on product, and you are the product. It really is true. And I genuinely believe that I have a lot of value to offer to people who not only want to get themselves right, because at the end of the day, most business problems are nothing more than personal problems that manifest in the business, but also they want to get their business right by implementing the right systems inside their business to help data flow smoothly, to help themselves get all their systems in terms of lead generation, nurturing, fulfillment, sales, all of that stuff. Get all of that in order as well. And I feel like this philosophy that I'm teetering on the edge of is like it ties everything together like almost perfectly. Um, and that's like something that's getting me excited like a lot. Um, so yeah, I basically just wanted to share that today. I'm not really gonna talk too long. I feel like yeah, this was just me coming to an understanding of where I wanted to go. I think I've always known. Like I've been playing with this idea of just mixing philosophy and business together somehow. I just didn't know how, or rather, I had a bunch of ideas that I was like seeing, but I wasn't really understanding them. Um, and I think it's like it's only you can only apply something after truly understanding it. Like you might say, oh yeah, you might have knowledge of this maths formula, and then, um, but it's only after you apply it, and then you see all the different ways you could apply it, like in all these different situations, that you'll finally be able to have the wisdom to actually know when to apply it and when not to apply it. Um, that is basically it. Like people will tell you that wisdom is the knowledge of the application of knowledge, and they're right. It really is that simple. So I have all this understanding of identity and how to accomplish goals. I also have all this understanding of automated systems and how to basically make businesses run smoothly. And if I mix the two, not only could I take your business to the next level by making you the best version of you, but I could also take your business to the next level by making it the best version of it. Um, and that's like a really terrifying prospect when I think about it. Um, but it's so cool. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's one thing conceptualizing an idea, it's another thing actually putting it into uh, like a real framework that can be applied once and then reapplied again and again and again. Because as I say all the time, most like the best businesses are automated expressions of intention. So what that means is like if your business, if you have to put in a ton amount of effort to actually get things done, then that just means that there's some friction out there that you just need to deal with. Um, if you still have to deal with friction, like if you really have to deal with all that friction, then you're wasting energy, you're wasting mental bandwidth, probably of your people or whatever, and you probably don't want that anyway. Um, it's the same with you, right? If you want to accomplish something, but you realize that there's like a friction that's holding you back, like you want to run that marathon, but every time you think about it, you're like, damn, can I actually do it? Like it's like 5 kilometers. That's friction that's going to hold you back from actually accomplishing that goal. Um, so again, like all you need to do is just deal with that friction, and then you'll be able to get that done. Right? Basically, decrease the friction as much as possible by making the goal seem like a natural consequence of who you are. So how do you do that? You just become a runner. You become someone that runs. You start a little. It could be 100 meters, and then 200, and then 500, and then just continue like that. And 5K won't even be a problem for you. In the same way, in order to deal with business processes that have something to do with like badly handled data or whatever, or you have to just change something in your business where it's like you standardize all the data in your CRMs and everything. And then when you store it, it will just be more structured. You'll be able to understand it better. Um, and whenever you're trying to get insights from that, from those sort of records or whatever, you'll be able to better know exactly what to do with that information. And then over time, like that will just build and build and build into something with a better structure. It really is that simple. It starts small like all the time, but we don't care about where it starts. All we care about is putting in the right intentional actions and automating them. Because at the end of the day, right, actions, like you've seen it with humans as well, actions just become habits, and the habits become character. So you want the actions that you put into your business to become habits, and you want those actions to obviously build and build and build into really sort of things that push your business forward. Um, and those habits can only be automated, right? It's the same way you don't have to think about walking or standing because it's something habitual. In the same way, if you didn't have to think about generating leads because that's just done in the background with automated processes, um, at the end, like I'll say this again, the best businesses are automated expressions of intention. You intend for your business to grow. Um, and if it's not doing that automatically, then it really isn't, you know, it isn't doing its job. The best businesses don't have to think about growing. They just grow because like they created this value system that's able to keep them growing. Um, and that's where your business needs to go. And I feel like that's where my business is also going. As long as I keep putting in the inputs, which is exactly what I'm making these intentional actions of putting these videos out there, and I know that this is going to land in the right hands and it's going to bring me far. And even the act of actually like sort of saying this in front of a camera is making me better at speaking, me better at uh, projecting my ideas to other people. Um, and that is going to cement the idea even better so that when I actually give my offer to people, they'll be able to know how I can help them. And this will just decrease the friction even more, uh, making me better and my business better. That's basically it. Like, there's no real difference between you and your business. I think once you truly understand that, you'll stop thinking about life. You'll stop like separating the two, trying to get some kind of work-life balance. Everything you do in life feeds into your work. Everything you do in work feeds into your life. They're all the same. Because at the end of like if you have some kind of purpose, your purpose is probably very much linked to the things you do all day, and that's probably going to be your job or your business or whatever you do, um, whatever you care about doing. And if you truly care about doing it, then you want to do it right. You want it to be the best. You want it to be an automated expression of your intentions. Um, okay, that was it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.